Damn, Mr. Beast actually saw the tweet. That's crazy. By the way, yes, I've seen the comparisons. It's so weird how like this happens and then everyone just falls into line with the same take.
So the concept of poor people existing will always remain, and a sort of necessity for him to make his content.
And they go into you know, then that film. Short Fat Ataku did a video about it. Let's see what he's got to say. That fucking libcuck. Oh, he's so based for doing charity. I love it when people do charity, man.
Oh boy, it's time for the Mr. Beast discourse, because I don't value my remaining brain cells enough, apparently. On January 28th, 2023, Mr. Beast, a YouTuber with 131 million subs, in case you don't know who he is, put out this video, 1,000 blind people see for the first time. And
look at the thumbnails, man. It works. It obviously works, but it's like, look at this. 154 million views, 104 million views, 72 million views. It works. But look at the thumbnail, look at this.
Who he is, put out this video, 1,000 blind people see for the first time. And this video is exactly what the title describes. Mr. Beast found 1,000 blind people with a specific type of blindness that can be cured by extracting the clouded natural lens of the eye and replacing it with an artificial lens. The video is full of feel-good moments that you'd expect to see from this sort of thing, punctuated with that highly energetic effects and editing that Zoomer humor is known for. Mr. Beast often blows a ton of money on his videos, sometimes by giving away exorbitant prizes, sometimes by going on extravagant trips.
What's this?
I wish I'd keep this off camera, but you guys have exposed me in the past, you know, and I thought I'd just show my true self on the Tiny Meat Gang.
So you really are evil Mr. Beast?
Oh, 100%. Oh, fuck poor people. I wish I'd keep this off camera.
Sometimes just by taking a big pile of money and destroying it. But he also regularly does charity work. He's helped clean the oceans, plant trees, give away tons of food. In fact, he has a side channel, Beast Philanthropy, where all he does is show where the money's going. And with these
what is that one?
Beast Philanthropy, where all
look at this one. We saved an orphan. What? What? Look at these thumbnails, man. This is madness. The face, the YouTube thumbnail face.
all he does is show where the money's going. And with these sort of view counts, where a few million hits is considered a failure on the main channel, he's absolutely got truckloads of money coming in from AdSense. Mr. Beast has gone on record multiple times in tons of interviews stating that all the charity work he does is his way of giving back. But despite all of Mr. Beast's previous philanthropy, this time the curing 1,000 cases of blindness video, the leftoids on Twitter decided to lash out about it. Normally, Lance...
Yeah, this is my point as well. Like, Mr. Beast has done this for ages. Like, why now? Why all of a sudden? I guess it just someone noticed it and it got noticed and talked about and it picked up. But this is like Mr. Beast's MO for fucking ages. Like, he's done this forever. Like, why now all of a sudden we're super mad at Mr. Beast?
Has enough cancerous tumors strangling his brain stem that a coherent thought can't actually make it from his mind down to his fingertips and keyboard, but he did finally manage to pull it off a couple days ago, going viral with this garbage take. People are honestly praising Mr. Beast yet again. The guy does poverty tourism for cash. If he pays a person's medical bills lottery style without informing anyone with his platform that it's fucked he needs to do that, he's just profiting off of his ability to do.
So, were people... was this a thing? Were people praising Mr. Beast? I didn't see this original praise if it happened. I just thought it was a normal thing. He released his video. People, you know, did people even talk about it? Have you got any examples? I just didn't see it. Also, why defend Mr. Beast? Who gives a shit either way? I mean, I'm not, well, I don't, like I say, I don't think Mr. Beast is just a bit of like a cringe YouTube guy. I just don't understand where all this discourse has come from. I'm just trying to figure out where did it start without informing anyone with this platform that it's fucked that he needs to do that. So what, you should do the video and turn around to the camera and go, and just remember guys, charity is not the right way. The state should be doing all of this. Maybe there was some discourse on Twitter too. I don't know.
Do so.
Oh, hey,
what
wait.
makes this take exceptionally retarded is that hours before, Mr. Beast did exactly this. I don't understand why curable blindness is a thing. Why don't governments step in and help? Even if you're thinking purely from a financial standpoint, it's hard to see how they don't get a return on investment on taxes from people being able to work again.
Oh, damn.
Lance got so much backlash for his stupidity that he actually caught the eye of Mr. Beast, who replied,
Damn, Mr. Beast actually saw the tweet. That's fucking crazy. And he clapped back, as they say. I guess, you know, my thing is, what should Mr. Beast do? Like, should he just not do it at all? Should he, like, make it clearer? Should he say more in his videos? The thing is, right, I feel like a lot of the time, I am a very, like, you know, if someone is complaining or criticizing something, I'm thinking, well, what should the other thing to do be? And in the case of Mr. Beast, if you're saying that he's not, like, what is it? Does he need to just talk about it more in his videos? Do you have a fundamental problem with what he does and he shouldn't do it at all? More systemic critique? Sure, I mean, okay, I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, maybe do more videos about it, but then your complaint is you don't have the right politics or you're not expressing your politics in the right way, right? Because the other thing as well is him just talking about it. Like, surely you would need to actually engage in some more direct kind of advocate. Like, I feel like this is the extension of the idea that just talking about politics online is sufficient, and that's what you need to do. Because if Mr. Beast started talking about politics, you know, I don't know if that would actually change much. Like, he would actually need to take his money and put it into some political project, probably, to do something with it, right?
Chud Nation.
Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
replied to him with, "It did raise awareness and get tons of people talking. Also, what profits? The average Mr. Beast video lost..."
What about the tens of thousands of people he didn't help? But then the problem you've got is you could apply that to any charity. Oh, look, there's a charity here raising for cancer. Oh, yeah, what about people with AIDS? What about them? Like, it doesn't make any... Like, yeah, of course, if you're going to be doing some charitable effort that's going to be focused on a certain group of people, you can't sort of like just be, oh, well, what about these? Yeah, sure, people have missed out, obviously.
Lost $1.5 million last year, lol. This was enough for Lance to delete the tweet out of embarrassment, but not enough to know when to quit. His video about how he's paying for medical costs should have been focused on how government should be funding healthcare. His episode on prison should have been about how solitary confinement is torture, not renting out an old one for a...
So yeah, this literally comes down to you not saying the things I want you to say in the video. Like, why don't you just go and what? It feels like what this is, and this is a common thing you see, of people seeing someone build a massive platform with a certain technique, and then once they built the platform, it's, well, you should leverage that platform that you've built for my political views and ends. Like, Mr. Beast's channel, he's built the channel doing what he's doing. Why should he then pivot to like doing hardcore political content when that's what his channel is built on? That's what his whole thing is. If you want to watch content about how solitary confinement is torture, just type into YouTube, solitary confinement is torture, and the video is going to be there. It just feels like people want to leverage Mr. Beast's audience for their own political ends. Which just seems crazy to me. I just think that's silly.
his friends for the lulz. Wait, are you literally just mad he's not doing politics videos? Basing the episode in solitary confinement or renting in an old prison to see how long your friends can last in it is political.
Because the content is inherently political. Well, if the content is inherently political, why doesn't he just turn it into right-wing content then? Why does it have to be left-wing perspectives? Why can't he just do a video saying, well, I've queued 1,000 people for blindness, but you fuckers need to get off your ass and get healthcare if you want to get covered because no one else is going to do it for you? Why does it have to be explicitly a left-wing message? It could be a right-wing message, surely. Doesn't make any sense what you're saying.
And of course the conversation devolves from there, with the normies saying it's just entertainment, and the progs saying everything is political. We know where this rabbit hole goes already. Lance was the one who got burned by Mr. Beast directly, but he's not the only breadtuber who decided that Mr. Beast uses his platform irresponsibly, by their standards. Put on your sped helmets, kids. You're gonna need them after I subject you to these clips.
You watch this video, you go, oh, how cute and how nice. I watched the video and I'm filled with rage.
What's wrong with you?
That we shut off access to a 10-minute procedure because we paywalled it and decided that like some people just simply can't get it. It is so insanely frustrating that it's up to like one YouTube guy to like decide to make content out of it that like the people who are too poor can't just fucking see. That's insane.
The lefties on Twitter, those darn lefties.
By the way, yes, I've seen the comparisons. Okay. Basically brothers.
We're saying, yeah, but Mr. Beast still sucks. This sucks. Like, this video sucks. And some people are like, how can you even pretend to be a lefty?
I mean, what Hasan said was a bit soy, but like, I don't know, like, it's not that bad a point, is it? Like, yeah, it kind of sucks that this isn't more widely available or whatever, sure.
Finally, a rich person is living the values that you say we should have and paying for people's medical care. And, like, it's missing the point. We're seeing people's healthcare be used as, like, clout harvest, as, like, virtue signaling, as content. And he's paying for this, but he's making up 55 million views or some shit in 2 days. Yeah, I mean, he already made the money back and more. Like this is the formula for this guy. He spends a little money and he makes it at this point, and like he's the philanthropist YouTube guy. And you see people do this type of content where they essentially exploit impoverished people for content, harvesting their fucking tears and their struggle for the enrichment of themselves, for a pittance in their opinion. And it doesn't attack.
Couldn't you use this argument against anyone talking about lefty political shit though? Like, I don't know. This just seems like a criticism you could levy at anyone that ever makes a buck off of talking about people's like bad situations and stuff. And you know, I think the difference as well is like Mr. Beast actually cured those people's blindness. You know, just talking about it doesn't really do much of anything, does it? How much conversation has there been about universal healthcare in America and it's not come to pass? Like, clearly something else is needed to get that across, you know, to get that across the line, right?
The central like problem, like he still participates in all of this. Like, this video could be used as like explicit political action and he could still do this and it would start to be better. And like, I can hear like the liberal being like, that's not what it's about. It's like wholesome content and stuff. And I'm like, I know. And there's a fundamental problem with us viewing this interaction as a wholesome one. This is disgusting.
There is a air of disingenuousness that hangs over Mr. Beast videos, where it feels as though the fact that he is making profit off of showcasing the
it's so weird how like this happens and then everyone just falls into line with the same take. Boom, 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 boom. It's crazy. Everyone's got the same take on this now. It's so weird. Yeah, it's like the bot shit, right? I don't even like Mr. Beast. I think it's all, you know, I think I've watched like I watched 30 seconds of his video about if you keep your hand on a plane, you keep it. And I switched it off and I was like, who the fuck watches this? And that was it. But now we're like super invested in this criticism of Mr. Beast when it just seems like, is it like, what's the point? Like, what's the reason for criticizing him? What are we trying to achieve? Just seems so pointless. It's just more meat for the discourse engine than, you know, the discourse stomach. That's all it is, really. But people will present it as if it's like substantively gonna like do anything. It's just fucking discourse shit, isn't it?
the struggles of poor people, it feels as though this is a rich person getting rich off of the struggles of poor people, and while yes, he is helping them, he is at the end of the day not solving the poor people problem, so the concept of poor people existing will always remain a sort of necessity for him to make his content and for him to make his profit. And so he has a business model off of monetizing poor people, and while yes, he is making those individuals feel better, have better lives, he is still monetizing poor people, and he needs there to be poor people, and thus, as he has in the past, he will continue to defend capitalism because there needs to be capitalism. Well, there doesn't need to be capitalism for there to be poor people, but as long as there is capitalism, then there will be poor people.
Here's an example of a really big difference, okay?
Gee, why is everyone having... What's going on? Is it everyone just given the same basic take? It's about critiquing the response to the video. You're saying it's not about criticizing Mr. Beast? Okay, you're saying that as I'm watching streamers criticize Mr. Beast, though. You realize that, don't you? You realize that I'm literally, as we speak, watching a video of people criticizing Mr. Beast.
The ways in which people who have wealth socially legitimize that wealth. So, for example, back 1,000 years ago, if you were like a king or a queen or a emperor, or even just a very, very wealthy merchant, there was usually a kind of imagined, often divine self-justification to power that people held.
The thing is like, you know, I am not like a big charity stan. I'm a very selfish person, and all I care about is putting money in my own pocket. Okay? So let's get that clear straight away. I do not give a single fuck about some poor person crying or whatever. Yeah, good luck to you. Godspeed. Maybe get a bit of the Sigma grind set. I don't know what to tell you. I think, though, in seriousness, charity is, in our society, a way that the state often, or, you know, it's a kind of surreptitiously offloads responsibility. A bunch of shit they should probably do ends up in the hands of, like, private charities and shit. And that's pretty fucked up, right? It's not something I think it's pretty fucking cringe, if you ask me. But in terms of the person doing the charity, it's like, well, they're doing the best that they think they can with the resources that they've got to try and get a better result in the world. I don't think I can really take issue with like the charity itself. I think that there's exhibitions of charity which I find to be very cringe. But like whatever, like if you're doing it for whatever reason, if money's going to people to help them, then good for them, I guess. Taxes are meant to help poor people. None of these people think curing blindness is wrong, dude, obviously. Well, I guess aside from saying that there's a bit of like gauche entertainment happening off the back of it, which I probably agree with, I just don't really see so what is the solution to this? Like, what should Mr. Beast do? Is it just that he should say in his videos more, I believe in universal healthcare, or make more content about that? I mean, I guess it doesn't really seem to fit his content. It seems his content is a certain way in mind, you know, in hand. Like, you know, like, I don't know, what other big YouTubers are there? Do they talk about lefty politics when they do this stuff? I don't know. It just seems like a kind of pointless, toothless criticism that doesn't really give or do anything. It's just, yeah, this kind of sucks that he does this. That would be a far more beneficial video. I think this is the kind of perspective that you're taking someone's channel that they've built a certain way and wanting to reappropriate it for your own political message. Like, these are all YouTubers as well. Like, you've got a channel to do this, right? Is it just that you want his reach and you want to be able to get the political message through his reach or something? Maybe that's it? Weird, just weird. I just don't understand it.
The idea that kings and queens were divinely chosen was kind of broadly, you know, accepted, and oftentimes very wealthy people were considered to have been blessed or gifted by God. As societies have become more and more concerned with the idea of social equity, you know, like maybe things should be fair, maybe a little bit kind of, the idea of extreme amounts of wealth being concentrated in the hands of some people while other people starve has been seen as more and more of like something that has to be like addressed from an optics perspective, you know? Nowadays,
no, he's a capitalist through and through. Well, then what's the problem then? If he's a capitalist philanthropist, well then he's doing what it says on the tin, isn't he? Like that, he's doing exactly what he says. He's a capitalist, he's got businesses, he's a philanthropist, he's giving his money away. What's the problem then? If he's a capitalist philanthropist, why should he have to push a bunch of fucking commie gobbledygook? I guess the question would be, why should he have to do that? Like, that's not his thing, is it then?
However, the idea that ultra-wealthy people have to in some way contribute to the social good, that's actually a, like, well-accepted normative idea. The problem that a lot of lefties have with philanthropy, as a rule, even if the outcome of that philanthropy is good, is that it is often considered to be a kind of last defense mechanism for the inequities of capitalism. Charity can't really, like, maintain that level of care over people. The state can. The state is capable of this.
For those of you who didn't make it through, my thoughts and prayers are with you. And Mr. Beast offers way more than thoughts and prayers every time he does charity work, so what gives? Well, the reason behind all of this is kind of scattered around my previous videos. One of them is literally called, Why Do Socialists Hate Charity?, where their position on the topic is encapsulated in the phrase, solidarity, not charity. The complaint is that charity relies on the goodwill of the rich, while solidarity means that all people have a right to healthcare, or food, or shelter, or whatever. And because it's a right, the government has an obligation to provide it. And if the government has to tax it out of the rich, then fine. They don't want the rich to exist anyway. The issue ultimately is, despite the claims of the libertarian socialists to be decentralized and oppose the state, the very things they advocate for place more power into the hands of the state. You need a centralized bureaucracy to manage any sort of redistribution. This leads into a second video that I made last year, this time all about why leftists hate small business owners.
Short Fat Otaku, the self-shill. Incredible. Self-shilling left, right and centre. I thought Vosh was an anarchist. Why is he dick riding the state? I don't think he is an anarchist anymore, is he? I think he was, you know, used to do the edgy anarcho-communist stuff back in the day, but I think he's more of a sock dem type now, isn't he? He wouldn't help someone that doesn't want to be on camera. So what we saying? If someone, okay, so if someone's like, right, I want to be cured of blindness, and Mr. Beast is like, I can help you, but you've got to be filmed. Wait a second. Hang on a minute, though. He wouldn't have filmed 1,000 people, would he? He's not filmed 1,000 people get this surgery. He's probably given the money, and he said, look, a few of you, if you want, you know, we need someone to come on the camera and do it for the video. Right? So he is helping people that don't want to be on camera. I'm presuming some of the people took the money and didn't want to be on camera and still were able to get it, right? Should we watch the video? Am I really going to have to watch a Mr. Beast video? Am I really going to have to watch a fucking Mr. Beast video to find out? I honestly... This is going to be fucking cringe, isn't it? I'm going to be cringing. Mr. Beast blind.
In this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness. It's gonna be crazy. Most of us see the world like this. But here's the thing, 200 million people see the world like this. But I just made it one less.
Oh. Wow.
She's just one of 1,000 blind people we help from around the world. They can't see, but we have all the technology to fix it.
Yep, half of all the blindness in the world is people who need a 10-minute surgery.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That is actually pretty wild. I didn't know that. Did anyone know that? That half the blind people in the world could be fixed with a 10-minute surgery. That's fucking wild. That's actually something I've learned from this.
I see everybody. Oh, I can see clear. I can jump for joy.
Yes, I can see your face, I can see your face, I can see your face.
If you're wondering how the surgery allows people to see again, it's because the lens in their eye got so cloudy that they can't see through it. So the surgeon uses a tiny vacuum to suck up the clouded lens.
Whoa, it's sucking.
And replace it with an artificial one. The surgery is that simple. They can see again.
You pay for my surgery?
Yes.
Seriously?
You know what? Here's $10,000 to make your day even better.
It's insane. He's just got cash to give to him as well. That's mental.
Is she okay? We're gonna go fix more people's eyesight. She's squeezing hard. And we're just getting started. We still have 980 lives left to change.
There's my watch. I've never seen it before.
Oh my God.
I had night blindness. I couldn't see. That you just deal with it life.
I'm Nolan, by the way.
I'm Carl.
You're Carl? I know a guy named Carl. Not a good guy.
So I'm just trying to think, right? Imagine if you were someone who came to do this and they were like, right, we're going to... I mean, I'll imagine he'd contact... I don't know how it works. I need to understand more about how it works. Like, do they call in and if it's like, we're not going to be on video, they just hang up on them or something? Like, I don't know how it works.
Wow, you are pretty, ain't you? What's it like? What do you see?
Blur. How long have you not been able to work for?
4 months.
Did you hear about the cross-eyed teacher? She couldn't control her pupils.
I'm gonna need anesthetic soon.
Oh man, no cloudiness, no blurriness.
Oh, it's perfect.
Now, what's it like?
I can see everything.
I don't need these.
Our next patient is Charlie. You're not able to read any of this text on the TV?
No, it's an E or something, I think.
He won't know he won 10 grand until after his surgery. I can't wait to see his reaction. Charlie sees everything like this, and it's made him and his family's life extremely difficult.
I was a cashier. My eyes was getting so bad I couldn't see how much the money to give back. I just want to get my vision back so I can go back to work.
You're gonna be really happy after this surgery.
We'll see after it.
Trust me, you will see.
When patients go into surgery, there's a chance that they can get their life back. And for Charlie, if the surgery goes well, he can go back to work. What's it like?
Oh. That's kind of funny, right, though? Great news for this guy, okay? If we cure him, he can go back to being a fucking... That was kind of... God.
Wow.
All right, let's see if he can read it now. What does this say?
You just won $10,000.
Here you go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Jesus. For people like this, that's like a life-changing amount of money, right? They're probably all pretty poor. I mean, $10,000 is a lot of money, but for these people, this is like, that is life-changing, right? 1 month back into work, take my eyesight back. If you win 10k from Mr. Beast, you pay taxes on it. I presume there's some sort of thing about gifting. Maybe there's some sort of gifting thing you could do. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
It feels good.
Oh, he pays the
I didn't think I
taxes.
was ever
Okay.
be able to see again.
Thank you all so
Yeah, you need to pay the whole lot in taxes. Yeah? Nice lot of money you got there. We're all taking it. The IRS is coming, motherfucker. Give me the cash.
much.
I don't want to lose none of it.
I'll hold on to it.
Oh no, I'll hold on to it.
Donnie, Dr. Nolan.
He's not really a doctor, he's a fool.
Do you need any help?
wow.
And that just haven't been me for the last 62 years. I can actually see your face.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I can read this.
When you come out of the surgery, what's the first thing that you're excited to see?
My son, he's been my rock through all of this.
Before the operation, you mentioned the first thing you...
Yeah, this is all just kind of standard feel good, like YouTube's like... Is there anything here that's that controversial? Apart from, oh, he should maybe sometimes say more, the state should do this. I don't know. It just seems like such a fucking pointless thing to get mad about. Oh, getting mad about pointless things. That's just an internet hobby, it seems.
wanted to see was your son.
Seeing him, seeing his face, that's what I miss, you know.
You're gonna make me cry.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're really good, man.
All right.
Oh my God, man.
There you go.
It's hard for me to have, like, if anything, it's just kind of, oh, that's nice, like, not good for them, good for these these paupers. But beyond that, I find it hard to have like a really strong reaction to it. It's just kind of like, well, kind of par for the course, really. I don't know. People seem like super mad about this.
I'm crying. I can see everybody's facial features now. It's a little blurry with my tears coming out.
How's it going?
Okay. Yeah, I've been subscribed to you for like 11 years.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Jeremiah has been blind in his right eye since he was born, and it's affected his vision his entire life.
Are you excited to be able to see?
You think people should have to rely on winning the lottery to see again? Do you really think that is what I think? I think if you're blind, that is God's punishment for some pre-existing sin, and you should be blind forever and should never receive any help, no matter how inexpensive, straightforward, or simple the help would be. I think you should just be blind forever because that's God's wishes. That's what I think.
Out of both?
Hopefully if the surgery goes that way.
Because Jeremiah was born with cataracts, his right eye never received light. And that means that this surgery only has a 50% chance of working.
I think we go ahead and get it underway, and then we'll just talk post-op.
And while Jeremiah's surgery was underway,
I'm coming out against Mr. Beast from the angle that he's helping losers, okay? Mr. Beast is helping losers who should be helping themselves and helping themselves sort their own shit out, okay? Fuck this charity shit. Right? Here's what you should be giving these people. A fucking job application. That's what you should be giving these fuckers, okay? Oh, you want your eyesight back? Here's a job application. Now fuck off. That'll be my video. That'll be my video, okay? That'll be my fucking video.
met another young man named Satchel.
Did they tell you I was going to be here?
No.
Good.
He had poor vision from birth and almost lost his entire vision after a go-karting accident.
All I see is like blur in color. I can barely see like the shapes.
Obviously you can't drive, right?
No, I cannot.
And this is the real reason why we're doing this. Blindness can take away parts of your life.
And you know, I want to drive since I can't drive. I'm just at home.
Good luck. We'll see you after the procedure. He mentioned multiple times he really wants to drive after this procedure fixes his eyesight. So I'll see you at the end of the video when we surprise him with a brand new Tesla.
But first,
it's like so extreme. Right, we're gonna get this guy a Tesla. Like, it's just wild. Like, just the crazy shit this dude comes up with. I can understand having like a visceral by the way, I think I can understand like a visceral reaction or being like, this is like, there's something a bit unnerving about it, right? As much as it's like nice that these people are getting help or whatever, you can kind of understand a little through it's like, Jesus, what the fuck is going on here then? But like, I don't understand this idea that he's got to spout a certain political message. Chud doing charity by helping the homeless get off the streets. What are the... I'm getting... What is going on?
let's see if Jeremiah's surgery was successful.
Let's do this. How'd it go?
Good.
Yeah? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Take your time, no pressure.
Everything looks so more clear.
Yeah. To make this day even more special, since you're about to graduate high school and go to college, we wanted to give you $50,000 to put towards college.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't even think this was real. Like, I'm waiting to wake up. Oh my god.
Now let's check in and see how Satchel's surgery went.
No, I don't even see any blur. It's kind of great.
How are you feeling? How's life been now?
Yeah, I guess, going to war with a mega popular YouTuber who's curing people's blindness. I don't know if that's a particularly... I wouldn't back that horse if it was a race. Let's put it that way, okay? I wouldn't be backing that horse. It's just like, to anyone that's not inside your particular analysis of politics, you're just going to look fucking unhinged. You know, I think you could even use it as an opportunity to say, you know, I think it's great that Mr. Beast did this. I think that it's really important to highlight how simple the surgery is and how it's important that, but you know, whatever message you want to send, you know, jump off the back of it. I don't really understand this, like, attacking Mr. Beast. That just seems crazy to me. Just a absolutely pointless endeavor.
Good, you know? I be like looking at the cars and I'm like, wow, I can see that car all the way over there.
That's good if you're gonna drive it.
Yeah, I don't really know if Hasan's take was that bad. I think it's the other people that are more attacking Mr. Beast. It was a bit soy, but like, he was right. Like, it's kind of wild that such a simple surgery is seemingly out of reach. I mean, I don't know how much it costs. That's the only thing, but I don't know. It seems like it should be something that's more available. I've never heard of it before.
For you, do you mind putting on this blindfold?
Hold on.
I know it's a little ironic that we just did the surgery. Satchel, take off your blindfold.
What?
This is your brand new Tesla. If Chris wrecks it, I'll buy another one.
Literally, I cannot put into words how I feel right now.
Have you ever driven a car before?
No.
I love how we're letting a guy who couldn't see a couple weeks ago drive us.
Yeah.
Wait, there's one cone you should hit.
Don't hit the cone.
That didn't sound good.
Wait, how is he driving? He ain't got his license, has he?
So not only are we helping people here in America, but
music's
we're also
pretty
going to other places around the world.
Because unfortunately, nearly half the population with curable blindness doesn't have access to this surgery. So I wanted to provide this to as many people as possible.
I can see. As a thank you, because you were just so gracious in this video, we want to make a $100,000 donation.
It'll bring sight to thousands of people.
Como le digo, me siento nueva.
I see everything.
It's the way he's just casually chucking it around. I don't know what it is about it. He's like, well, you know, we've done all this, and also here's $100,000. Tesla for you, 50K for you, extra 10 grand for you. He's just dishing it out left, right, and center.
Oh my God, you are so beautiful. Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Beast. Thank you.
What the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, man. That is so funny. Nah, it's kind of, I mean, I just like, look, I totally understand finding it a bit cringe, finding it a bit like, you know, yeah, this is a bit whatever, but to like what is it you want him to do? Is it literally just speak more about Medicare for all? You know, I did see some people saying he needs to engage in some level of systemic change, and I'm thinking, what do you want one guy to do about it? Like, he's got a lot of money, sure, but like, what, should he set up a political organization? Like, I don't know, like, maybe, but like, he doesn't stay out to be any sort of political actor. From what I understand, he's just a YouTuber that I don't know. See, look, this is the thing though. It's just soy bullshit. These people deserve to live in a world where they don't have to rely on a wealthy YouTuber. Oh yeah, sure. I actually agree that people should be able to access healthcare free at the point of service and not have to worry about being able to afford it. But yeah, I would say that, but how does that get us closer to the goal? It just seems like so pointless and just, I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of bemused more than anything else. I'm just kind of bemused by it. I'm just like, what's the point of this then? Like, if it was just content and people were like, I'm going to shit on Mr. Beast because it's good content, it'd be fine. But it seems like it's people that have got some sort of professed political goal. And I just don't really understand what the goal is. If it's to like raise awareness, like, isn't it more effective to do that without like shitting on this popular YouTuber who's just like done a good thing? Just seems like there's other more effective ways to do that than like seemingly shooting yourself in the foot. If someone who has 100 million subscribers says it, it can change public opinion and put pressure on politicians to do something. I just don't think that's true. I think that's just a cope of people who want to act like just saying things is enough fucking advocacy. You really think that him just talking about it, what, on a video is gonna change public opinion? You know, there's a reason that people spend. If that was the case, why wouldn't you just pay PewDiePie to like say political things? There's a reason that people invest in super PACs and political advocacy that way, because that's what actually gets fucking results. Is you know, investing time and money into political parties to get you whatever your goals are. Like, just YouTubers saying shit, I don't think influences it as much as you think it does. Like, people do this thing where it's like, oh, you're an influencer, you influence people. Yeah, you influence someone to download a fucking, you know, mobile game or go and buy some crypto for a rug pull or some shit, right? And you've got some level of like impact over maybe people's views here, views there, stuff like that. But I don't think that like you can influence political change in that way. Anyway, as you know, I'm very cynical on this issue. But yeah. Oh. Was that it? Is that the I expected maybe something more substantive than just, oh well, he should probably talk more about Medicare for all. He has cultural influence. Mr. Beast has cultural influence. What? Does he? Like, does he really? I thought he was just a YouTuber that made like kind of cringy, popular YouTube videos. I don't think he's got that much cultural influence, has he? The only thing he's culturally influenced is shitty YouTube thumbnails. Also, yeah, he's not the biggest YouTuber. But that's besides the point. I mean, I just think that you're massively overstating what sort of cultural impact Mr. Beast has. Yeah, but what can a YouTuber influence you to do? This is the thing that I think people miss. Yeah, a YouTuber's got influence, but influence to do what? I'll have you know that the mobile games that I shill, upcoming mobile game sponsorship is obviously happening, just to let you know, are brilliant, and you definitely should download them. I just think this kind of delusional. People are acting like people is it a misnomer or something? I don't know what you call it, but they're like an influencer means they've got this like more total and absolute influence over people, and the influence is just like they can maybe get someone to buy a certain product, you know? Whereas I think that like someone's political views is a lot more complicated and difficult to shift. People's circumstances are going to lead their political position more so than a YouTuber saying shit, right? Like, why is someone a conservative? Why is it that someone who would benefit from universal healthcare, explicitly benefit from universal healthcare, why are they so dead against it? Well, it's because their entire fucking upbringing. Like, why is America so against, you know, the people that are against it, so against it? It's because of like the values that are drilled deep down into them that lead them to those positions, you know? Just seems like a fruitless endeavor, shitting on Mr. Beast. Chud playing Genshin and getting yelled at by floating chibi would be grand. I mean, that video was just such typical, like, you know, like bitter, like sugary sweet. Oh, look how good! It just seems like a pointless thing to go against. But what do I know? I'm not a political person. I'm just a humble drama farmer. That's all I am. I'm sure that attacking, you know, a popular YouTuber on the basis of helping people not be blind because capitalism bad, I'm sure that's an absolute fucking vote winner. So good luck to you. It was okay, but it would have been better if they made the blind people fight each other for their vision. What they should do is they should make them not. This is what they should do. Take away the blindness. You take away the blindness, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can see," and it's like, "Yeah, you can." Okay, now follow me, and you get entered into a ring, and it's like, right, one of you out of the two of you is going to be re-blinded. And whoever wins this fight will keep their eyesight. You have 10 minutes in the ring. Good luck. and then they just fight. And whoever loses, they get the hot iron, and they go into then that film, what's it called? The remake of Wrong Turn. They fucking scorch their eyes out with hot coals. That is a fucking video I'd watch. That is a video I would watch. Anyway, 7 billion views.